Stress doesn't politely knock at the door. It barges in uninvited, carrying the weight of your office, your inbox, your deadlines, and sometimes even other people's problems. And if you don't learn to set it down, it seeps into your living room, your dinner table, even your bed. That's how burnout is born. Jim Rohn once said, either you run the day or the day runs you. And today, I want to give you a way to start running your day literally at the front door. We're talking about stress, anxiety, and burnout management. Right now, so many people are carrying the weight of long work days, juggling family responsibilities and trying to maintain their mental health in the middle of it all. They're exhausted, overwhelmed, and searching for tools that actually work. Tools to reduce stress and prevent burnout from consuming their lives. And that's where this deceptively simple but profoundly effective technique comes in, what I call the leave it at the door technique. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, during my master neuro-linguistic programming training, the owner of the company shared an unforgettable case. He worked with a married couple, both criminal investigators, and not the glamorous TV kind. Their work was icky, stomach-churning cases, child exploitation, grisly crime scenes. The kind of stuff that stays burned in your memory long after the case is closed. Their relationship was on the brink of collapse. When asked, "What do you two talk about together?" they laughed. "Crime." "What do you watch on TV?" "Crime shows." "What do you talk about at dinner?" "Our day at the office." "More crime?" There was no laughter anymore, no intimacy, no joy, only flashbacks of their work invading their evenings. Their marriage was suffocating under the weight of their jobs. Now, maybe your work doesn't involve crime scenes. Maybe it involves endless deadlines, constant emails, difficult clients, or that manager who texts you at 10 p.m. And just like that couple, your stress comes home with you. Here's the truth. You are not your day, and your day doesn't deserve to own your evening. Stress has to be contained, or else it contaminates everything. That's where the lever at the door technique comes in. When you arrive home, before you step inside, pause at the door. Physically brush yourself down as if shaking off dust or rain. In your mind, you are brushing off meetings, complaints, arguments, and letting them stay outside. Only when you feel lighter do you step inside to your family, your partner, your own peace. It works in reverse too. At work, before you walk into the building, take a minute to reset. Leave home stress at the door. Enter with purpose, not baggage. That investigative couple, they began practicing this ritual every day. At first they laughed at how silly it felt, brushing their jackets at the doorstep, but within weeks they rediscovered themselves. They could talk about their hobbies, music, their kids. They laughed again. They reconnected intimately. Their relationship healed, not because their jobs changed, but because their boundaries did. It is not just them. CEOs, surgeons, first responders, high-level executives all use rituals just like this. They know leadership collapses without boundaries. If the people at the top need this tool, why shouldn't we? Neurologically, rituals signal the brain to switch states. Think of it like closing one app before opening another. You wouldn't leave 20 apps running on your phone without draining the battery. Your mind is no different. One of my clients used lever at the door after night shifts, and for the first time in years, she stopped snapping at her kids in the morning. Another, a sales director, used it before walking into his office. He said his commute transformed from a stress spiral into a reset button. This isn't fluff. It's practical neuroscience at work. Here are some practical action steps. 1. Pick your door. It could be the home entrance, office building, or even your car door. 2. Pause for 1 minute. Don't rush. This minute is sacred. 3. Brush it off. Literally. Sweep your arms, shoulders, chest, as if dusting off the day. 4. Breathe. Inhale calm. Exhale stress. 5. Step inside new with intention into your role as parent, partner, friend, or leader. Want to supercharge it? Add words or phrases like fresh start or smile as you step through the doorway. Ritual plus intention equals transformation. Here's what I want you to hear. Burnout is not inevitable. You are not powerless against stress. With boundaries and rituals, you can protect your energy and your relationships. Imagine this. Instead of dragging yesterday's mess into today's joy, you walk in fresh, fully present, ready to love and be loved. That's not just stress management, that's reclaiming your life. Let's recap. Stress is real, anxiety is real, burnout is real, but they don't have to rule your home or your heart. A simple 1 minute ritual, brushing off the day and leaving it at the door, can change everything. So tonight, when you get home, before the kids rush to you or your partner asks, "How was your day?" take 1 minute, brush it off, leave it at the door, because you deserve a home filled with laughter, love and peace, not just leftover stress from the office. Leave it at the door and open the door to joy. You've got this.